Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. It's the Utah State Aggies and the Washington State Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aggies offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll run him again. Got some green grass. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quick give. It's Rice. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. All right, guys, let's chat a little Utah State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Cougars offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Rush is on, and down he goes Here's the defense bringing the heat. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's into the open down the middle. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State.
What a great play. He gets the pick six, but that started with pressure on the quarterback. Getting in his lap, hitting him while he's throwing the football. The ball is off target. The defense makes the play and takes it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Utah State 7, Washington State 0.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Bunch formation for these receivers. Throws it back. Look out. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
And the ball is free on the pitch. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Trying to get started. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide left, it's Anderson. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Straight ahead, it's Rice. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Handoff to the single running back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Second down to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Needs it here on fourth down. Left side is Baker. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on second down. Dumps it off in the flats. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
And the Cougars are marching down the field. Making the adjustment on the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Beverly. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed behind the line. It's Baker. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. Utah State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Great. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Nice move to keep running. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Running inside. It's Rice. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
No.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Drops back on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Rice. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Way too much juice on that one as it sails out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Finds his man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Cougars in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to establish the run. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They want to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wazoo! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. Here he comes with the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Hits inside, it's Rice. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Looking for room. It's Rice. Turning it on. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Here comes the heat. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right on target this time. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Wants to throw one first. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Quarterback changing the play. Motion from the wideout. Sells the run, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Caught, it's Hawkins. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season.
Snags it, and there's running room. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're all over him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right side, it's Baker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Well, you love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the upright. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at Rutgers taking on the Maryland Terrapins.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Ollie, what's the story as we start this second half?
Washington State's head coach told me at halftime, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll run it. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. The 30. At the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles, that's for dang sure.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Play action on first down. Under pressure. The quick game. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Rush is on. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. On the return. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to the ground game on the left. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Snap to the up man. It's a fake. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for running room. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The give to the back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Out wide left, it's Coleman. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll go to the air. Look out! Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Powers through the defender. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the 2nd level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sells to fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Just got rid of that one.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go. Ready. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. First down and more. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Washington State going back to work on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougar! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. From the gun, it's Rice. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Left side is Anderson. Bust through behind his pad. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Rice. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, gonna throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Shakes off the defender. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. This Utah State offense has it going. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Quick catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fresh set of downs going up top. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
He won't get there. The defense with a fourth down stop. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking for a crease. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He'll be dropped.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Out wide left, it's Beverly. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Calls his own number. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first down, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, We know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Fires on the move. Coleman open on the right. Turning on the Jets. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a